G'day everybody, it's Drew here, and today I'm going to be ranking the Generation 2 of Pokemon. Generation 2, very nostalgic, but actually as a kid, I kind of went from Generation 1 to Generation 3, and to be honest, when I was playing Ruby and Sapphire, a lot of the Generation 2 Pokemon I thought were brand new as well, apart from like some of the obvious ones like, you know, Chikorita, Totodile, Cyndaquil, the starters, the obvious ones, the legendaries, but there was a few in there. I remember like Slugma, finding Slugma in my copy of Pokemon Sapphire, being like, ooh, that's a new cool one. Never seen it before. It wasn't in the anime, it was dead to me, I don't know. But this should be a relatively quicker one to go through, I would imagine. We've got 50 less Pokemon than the original generation. So let's jump over to the iPad and see what it's all about. So start off, we got Chikorita. And Chikorita was always one of my favorite starter Pokemon, really loved it. I can't justify, whoa, we're not doing B, we're doing an A, yeah, one of my favorite starter Pokemon until I played Heart Gold. You know, it was my first choice, but a couple of playthroughs, I gave it a few chances. You know, Meganium unfortunately just kind of sucks. So, yeah, we're going to put basically this line in A. Let's be controversial. I like Bayleaf and Chikorita a little bit more. Meganium's pretty cool, but it loses a little bit of its luster, just a little bit, not too much. Bayleaf, no, we won't put it before Chikorita. They can stay there. We've got Cyndaquil. I'm going to put Cyndaquil like just behind Chikorita. You know, there is that nostalgia there. I can't say there's not. I quite like it. But these other ones, Quilava and Typhlosion. Typhlosion. Look, let's chuck Typhlosion at the top. And Quilava will be, chuck it in, B, I guess, I don't really know. Totodile. Oh. Yeah, just behind Chikorita. Croconaw. They can go B. And Feraligatr, geez, I don't know. Oh, just before Bayleaf. That sounds, it looks a bit right to me. I can't say I'm too upset about that. What do we got here? We got bloody flies. Who decided to record this outside? What a silly idea that was. All right, we got this little boy. Oh, I'm blanking on it. Bloody flies. Go away, piss off. I should have worn my little cork hat since I'm outside. We got Sentret and Furret. Where do we put these guys? I don't know. Put them in C. They are absolutely fine. Same with Hoot and Noctowl. They're fine. They're fine. Might even put them below there. I don't really care. I quite liked Ladybar and Ladian. They were pretty cool. Put them, I'll put them like end of B, I guess. Then I'll put Spinarak and Ariados like above them. I wouldn't put them above the starters. Now I've got to say Crobat. Crobat is S. I love Crobat. I always love using Crobat. Always a lot of fun, great design, very strong, great typing, fantastic. We've got Chinchou and Lantern, and Chinchou for me would be like A. We'll put him there for now. But Lantern, one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. I absolutely love Lantern. I remember having a shiny one in my Pokemon Emerald and being so excited about it. It was really cool. Leveled it up to level 100, probably one of my first level 100 Pokemon that I ever had. So yeah, pretty cool. I absolutely love Lantern. We've got Pichu. Pichu's fine. Smack Bam in the middle of B. What's his name? Cleffa. Don't know. Cleffa's fine. Igglybuff. Fine. Like none of D. We've got Togetic and Togepi. That's the one. I finally remembered it. I just all I could think of was T, but in my head it was just Chikorita. I don't know, it's interesting because I used to be like an encyclopedia for like the first like 4 generations of Pokemon when I was a kid. I got to admit though, like it's a little bit hazy trying to think back to like some of these Pokemon I never think of. So Togetic and Togepi. Togepi's pretty cool. I like Togepi. Middle of B, I like Togetic. I put it like at the end of A. I really love Togekiss. Togekiss would probably be older again, but that's a couple of generations away. We got what are these guys called? Oh, I forgot what these guys are called. What are they called again? Natu? Yeah, Natu. Yeah, Natu and I forgot. They're fine though. I remember like these were Pokemon that I thought were brand new in Pokemon like Ruby and Sapphire. I guess they're. We put them in B. No, they're C. They're just like Pokemon I don't think of. I think they're above like these other ones though. Yeah. I mean, we can do this. We can do this. So above the babies, but we'll put you at the start of C. You know, just be real generous there. That looks about right to me. All right, as a sheep farmer out here with the sheep, very weird evolution line. So Mareep. Mareep's another Pokemon I'd probably do like, yeah, about here. Fluffy, yeah, yeah, we'll put them there. And Ariados, I actually really love Ariados. So Ariados, not Ariados, oh cross. Is this Ampharos, that's the one. Ampharos can go, Ampharos, yeah, above for Alligator. Yeah, above for Alligator, just right there. Whoops, we moved Quagsire. Oh, we'll do Quagsire now though. I love Quagsire. Quagsire above Ariados, yeah, why not? Why not? I think that's a good spot for him. Blossom, I like Blossom. When using them in the game, they were like fine. They were nowhere near as good as Vileplume, just because of the typing. They lose the poison type, which seems to matter quite a bit. So it became quite a bit weaker than my Gloom, I remember in my Fire Red when I was playing. So, yeah, I'd put them like, I prefer Ariados there. So that looks about right. Marill and Azumarill. I like these Pokemon a lot. Yeah, I guess Azumarill's probably A too. I like Azumarill actually a lot more than some of these ones at the front. Typhlosion seems a little bit high too. Maybe I'll correct that. But yeah, look, I really love Azumarill. Sudowoodo, love Sudowoodo. Why not? At the front. At one point in my life, Sudowoodo was one of my favourite Pokemon, so it's got to be in the S tier. Politoed. I like Politoed a lot, but I can't say it screams A to me. So we'll look into the B. And it's relatively high. It's above Blossom, I think. So we'll do that. Then we got Hoppip, Skiploom, and Jumpluff. Is that right? I'm really like grabbing back into like the memory bank for some of these Pokemon. Yeah, Hoppip. I like this evolutionary line. I can see it being scattered around in B. Skiploom I really never think about. But Jumpluff, I can see Jumpluff being pretty high, very high actually, in A or B. Apom's cool. You know, towards the bottom of B there. Sunkern and Sunkern, is it Sunkiss? Or am I thinking of the drink? I can't remember. Fucking, these flies are killing me out here, by the way. All right, yeah, they gotta be C. I don't really. They're fine. Above these, Yanma. I like Yanma. I can see it being at the bottom of A. Above Meganium though. Seems a little bit a little bit wrong. I'm gonna do a little bit of shuffling around here. Like, I don't, yeah. Probably Typhlosion is probably up that. Meganium's got to be a little bit higher, honestly. I've sort of come around what I said to start off with. Yeah, I can see Chikorita, Meganium, and Bayleaf all the way back there. I'm not sure. We'll think about it a little bit more. All right, we accidentally moved Steelix up, so let's do Steelix. Steelix is high. Steelix is a really cool Pokemon. Yeah, just like above Corgosai. Then we got Wooper. Wooper's a little dude. I love him. Yeah, we're going to do just above Marill. Then we got the evolutions. Umbreon. Umbreon's S. S tier, love Umbreon. Espeon. I don't like Espeon as much, I never have. But it'd still be in the A tier. So I think what we'll do for that is we will put it probably just behind Bayleaf here. I think that's a good spot for it. Then we got Crowboy. What's his name again? All I can think of, Murkrow, that's the one. Murkrow can go. Where can Murkrow go? Murkrow is like a C Pokemon for me too, I think. Yeah, just like above these pink people here. Slowking. Slowking's alright. I can see it being B. Don't really have too much experience with Slowking apart from the Pokemon 2000s movie, which was pretty cool. But I reckon, don't know, I think at the end of B, probably a decent place for it. Misdreavus. Misdreavus is a bit higher than Murkrow. Those two are pairs in my mind. So Misdreavus, you can, no, just go above Slowking. I don't really feel too passionate about it either way. Unknown. I love the concept, but just, looking at it as a Pokemon, I don't really care all that much. So let's go end a B, just for the concept of it all. Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet can go in B somewhere. Wobbuffet just full of personality. It's no fun to use in the games whatsoever, just with its special and attack counters. But let's go, I don't know, just above Skiploom. I don't, that's fine. Girafarig, I love Girafarig. Not so much using it in the games, but I love the design and the whole idea of the tail. It's pretty cool. B and B. I reckon it'd be pretty high at B though. We'll put it above Togepi. Now we got Pineco and Fortress. I reckon you can go in B. I reckon that feels right in my heart. And yeah, we can go about here for both of them, because they both occupy the same part of my brain. Alright, we got Dunsparce. Dunsparce is fine. It's kind of cool that he got a new evolution in the new games, but they didn't really do much with him, unfortunately. They just made him bigger, but you can get longer ones, which is kind of a cool concept, but doesn't really help the Pokemon much. That's a bit high. We'll put him above Murkrow. No, why not? Let's put him above Murkrow. We've got Gligar. Gligar's a really cool Pokemon. Let's go above Politoed up here. These Pokemon are kind of pretty C tier for me too. Probably relatively high-ish C tier. I like Rumble better than I don't know, maybe not. Yeah, that seems right. Quillfish, I don't know. You can go there. All right, now we got Scizor. Scizor is a S tier Pokemon. I don't know if that's a unique take. I don't think so. I think most people would be like, yeah, that's a cool Pokemon. There's nothing not cool about Scizor. Just, you know, fun typing. You get absolutely destroyed by by fire types. But yeah, really fun Pokemon to use. Really strong. Shuckle. Oh, Shuckle's a cool Pokemon. I like Shuckle. Bugger. Let's put Shuckle in A. At the bottom of A, is that above Koalava and Croconaw and all that? No, it's not. No, it's not. Oh, yeah, behind Giraffe. That seems pretty good. That's pretty high for Shuckle. Heracross. Let's go. One of my favourite Pokemon of all time. It's probably just behind Lantern for me. I love Heracross. Is it behind Lantern? Is that true? God damn. This is a tricky one for me. I think for my S tier, it would be just below Lantern, I think. Yeah, I think I'd probably swap these two as well. Get my Scizor just above. All right, so that's pretty good. I've got my party of 6 Pokemon there, by the way, too. That looks like a wicked party to me. I've still got a couple more to go in. So I'll have a few extras to pick from. All right, what's your name again? Sneasel. That's it. Sneasel's in B. I don't get too emotional when I think about Sneasel. But above Fortress, definitely. Above Marip and Blossom, definitely. Politoed, yeah. Gligar, yeah. Not above Ampharos and Spinarak, so that's a good spot for them. Teddiursa and Ursaring, they're cool. Teddiursa, pretty cool. Just at the end of B, I think that's a pretty decent place. Ursaring, yeah, about there. Bottom of B, not too emotional. Like I mentioned with Slugma and Macargo, I'm a little bit nostalgic about it because I actually like, thought they're brand new, and that's like a memory that stands out to me when I'm playing the games. And yeah, they're cool Pokemon. I love the idea of like a lava snail. It's just a really cool idea. Let's go A. Let's go A. I don't know where. Let's just put them up there and sort of figure that out. But as I'm looking at them, above Yanma, I reckon Macargo is my favourite out of the two. But yeah, I think that's about right. An A there. Piloswine and Snubble? Snubble? No, Snubble. Is it Snubble? Or is Snubble the other one? Or is it Granville? I don't know. Piloswine. I remember Piloswine, Mamoswine. Is this Cross? I can't remember. Doesn't matter. Yell at me in the comments. And by the way, while I'm talking about the comments, let me know in the comments what your favourite Generation 2 Pokemon is. I would love to know. All right, B for you, and yeah, B for both of you. Honestly, probably not that high, not too much further from here. I prefer them than Teddiursa and Ursaring. Yeah, so I'm looking above Wobbuffet. I mean, it's above Fortress and that too. Yeah. Let's go. Above Fortress, in that order too. Corsola, I really like Corsola. Corsola would be A. I remember looking for them in the Hoenn region, where you got like fish, just like below Victory Road at the waterfall. Always a lot of fun trying to find some good items. So yeah, an A. Maybe just above Yanma. Then we got Octillery and Remoraid. Remoraid's fine. Like, it's just like literally a fish. I mean, that's cool and all. Is it in C? Yeah, a little bit higher in C. Just gonna put it at the bottom of B for now. Yeah, I prefer. I mean, Octillery's a cool Pokemon. I'll probably put Octillery in A. Remoraid can obviously go down the sea. You know, you've got to be a little fish, and you've got to evolve at some point. So I don't begrudge anyone here, but let's. I've never really cared about the Pokemon. So put it there. All right. What is your name again? Completely forgot your name. You little bird. Delibird. Where's Delibird? Delibird's a cool Pokemon. It'll be in B. Maybe just like between Ladian and Piloswine there. Alright, now we've got Mantine. Mantine, I like Mantine. And Remoraid. The thing I like most about Remoraid is like the whole Pokedex entry, how Remoraid hangs around Mantine and like, you know, eats the, you know, I guess the bacteria and stuff off them, much like in real life how, you know, the fish sort of hang around the bigger animals. I quite like that. That's what I like most about Remoraid. But Mantine's a cool Pokemon. It's interesting because it's a flying water type, but I don't know, that's awful typing, you know, doesn't really work in the games. It's just like a cool looking Pokemon based off a Stingray. So I reckon it could be honestly like just second in C tier. It's a cool Pokemon, but yeah, it doesn't float my boat too much. Next up, we've got Skarmory, and Skarmory is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. I love Skarmory. Skarmory probably even, it's going to be much higher in S than this. I will say that we will put it above Crobat. Yeah, number 3. Let's go, Skarmory. I love Skarmory. In Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, trying to find one of these things is always a lot of fun. It's like one of my favorite flying types to have in that game. And yeah, just absolutely, just a wicked Pokemon. I love the design of it so much. Steel bird type, it's wicked. Houndour and Houndoom. These are really cool Pokemon, S tier, like especially Houndoom, really cool Pokemon. Put them both in S for now. We're gonna move them up. So we'll do Houndoom first. Houndoom would, like, for me, just be above S beyond there. For Alligator, I still feel like it etches it out for me. And Houndour, probably just at the, oh, actually no, I'm looking at Koalava in that now. It's kind of like, it's not above Koalava. I'll probably put this actually down a little bit. Just behind Gligar, I reckon. And a Politoed. So yeah, that seems about right. Kingdra. Alright, Kingdra, another one of my favourite Pokemon, especially in the Jhoto region. Just, yeah, you know, Seadra, pretty cool Pokemon, but it didn't look like it was evolved, so I'm glad that in Generation 2, Seadra got an evolution. Really cool Pokemon. I remember, like, actually, like, in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, really thinking about having strategy and competitive battling, and, you know, I gave it, like, I forgot what the item was, but it was the item that gives it a higher critical hit chance. And then I had, like, because I think he has the ability Sniper, which also ups critical hit chance, and I had, was it Focus Energy that puts up critical hit chance as well? So yeah, I was like, that was my strategy, is just like, get the crits with Kingdra. And yeah, so when I think about Kingdra, I really think about like competitive Pokemon battling, and yeah, just a really cool Pokemon to utilize. So yeah, probably, yeah, Umbreon. Umbreon, like, you know, I love Umbreon, but it's also like one of those Pokemon where it's like just in S type of thing. But yeah, one of my favorite evolutions for that one too. So yeah, that's looking good. Got Phanpy and Donphan. There's a cool Pokemon. Look, let's got to put these bad boys in S. In S. Behind Wooper. Let's go behind Wooper. Do Donphan first too. I like to sort of keep the evolutions together, sort of, because they usually like occupy the same space in my mind, but at the same time, some of them aren't. Some of them get separated. All right, next up we've got Porygon 2. Porygon 2, straight to S. I love every single one of the Porygon in the evolution line. Porygon, Porygon 2, and Porygon Z. And what's really cool about, you know, Porygon 2 and Porygon Z is that, like, Porygon 2 is like a lot more defensive than Porygon Z. If you evolve it into Porygon Z, it becomes like a glass cannon, but especially like with the item, the Eviolite, which ups, was it attack and special? It ups stats anyway for non-evolved Pokemon. So yeah, Porygon 2 can become like a bit of a really good special attack tank, which is actually really cool. And it looks kind of silly when you look at it, but just the memories of you know, getting it in a Fire Red, grinding the game corner, then getting Porygon and beating the game and getting the national dex and being able to evolve into Porygon 2. I've had some great memories with them, and yeah, Porygon is just such a cool Pokemon, one of my favorites. So it's definitely up there. I'm gonna move it. Oh, this is tricky. Because they have Lantern, Heracross, Porygon 2, some of my all-time favorite Pokemon. I might leave it there. I don't know. It's tricky. It just depends on like the vibe. Stantler, we're gonna put in C tier. It's fine. It's fine. I don't know. I really don't feel too emotional about any of these Pokemon at the bottom. Just at the end, I'm avoiding these like anything else. So let's just put them in D. And D doesn't necessarily mean that I hate Klefka and Igglybuff. I don't hate them, but they're not my cup of tea necessarily. You don't think about them, you know, you make them love you and they evolve into like stage 1 Pokemon essentially anyway, so yeah, whatever, man. All right. What's his name again? The painter boy. What's his name? I completely forgot his name. I have not thought about him in a long time. Or Smeagol. Yes, sorry. I just need a bit of time to remember some of these Pokemon. It's been a little while. All right. Where do I put Smeagol? Smeagol's a cool Pokemon, you know, with his signature move where he just like copies another Pokemon's move forever. Really cool. I remember Pokemon Emerald getting into double battles, so I could just, yeah, copy, one of my Pokemon's moves. Like, just, I can give it like Hydro Pump and Thunder and like, you know, just, or maybe Fire Blast, like just like polar opposite moves. It was just like really cool. So he's like purely for like his mechanic, he's got to be like an A tier Pokemon, surely. Like he's just a really memorable Pokemon just throughout the whole Pokemon series. Very unique. The actual design itself, I can't say I'm like, oh my God, yeah. But yeah, I think like midway through A, I think that's a good place to put Smeagol. Tyrogue. Tyrogue's fine. In C, it's more cool what he, I guess, represents. He's probably decently up C. Yeah, we'll put him here. Yeah, just the fact that like, you know, Gold and Silver, like, Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan were related. They were just like missing the first stage. I reckon that was pretty cool. And then we've got Hitmontop. Hitmontop's cool. I like Hitmontop. Probably at top of B somewhere. Yeah, let's put him. Oh no, I don't know. I think I'm cutting Ariados short actually. Let's bring Ariados like up here because I keep on looking at Ariados. I'm like, I don't like him more than Ariados, but the rest seems about right. Hitmontop above that. No, Togepi's cooler. And Pichu. Yep, seems about right. Was that Smoochum? Smoochum can go at the very, very end. Elekid. Elekid's a really cool Pokemon. That can go. Yeah, at the bottom of A. That's a cool place. Elekid's cool. Magby. I don't like Magby as much. Probably go at the bottom of B. Miltank. Where are we on? Oh, I just accidentally moved in. Where'd you go? Where are you? You went there, didn't you? Yep. Yeah, Miltank. Let's just chuck Miltank at the bottom of B there too. I like Miltank. I think, you know, it's obviously funny memes for the second gym, just rolling out and just like wiping a party. Blissey. Blissey, really defensive Pokemon, really awesome. Something like that. We'll have a quick look over too once we're finished. All right, now to legendary dogs. All right. All right, let's just do this in order of my favorites because I know my favorite. Suicune is my favorite. We can put that into S pretty confidently. I really like Suicune. And it probably is just like one up and above Umbreon. Raikou, also really cool. We're not going to put it in S, but we will put it pretty high into A, I think. I think like above Quagsire there. I think it's pretty cool. I like these other Pokemon more, I feel. I think about them more often. And Entei, just because I think we can put it like at the bottom of A. And we've got Larvitar, Pupitar, and Tyranitar. It's easy for Tyranitar. Tyranitar is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. So definitely up the top. And as far as order goes, we've got to just slide it right up to number 4. Yeah, that's looking good to me. Behind Porygon 2. Then we go like Larvitar. I reckon Larvitar's a really cool Pokemon. We've got to put it up, like very high up. Yeah, we've got to put it there. Pupitar, look, I don't think about Pupitar too much. When you have a Pupitar, it is like such a slog to actually like get it to where it needs to be to evolve in Tyranitar at level 55. But I think it's safe to put it in A somewhere. And I'm looking, it's above Smeargle. It's above Smeargle. All right. I think that's just where it goes. I was looking at Chinchou. I'm like, nah, it's not above Chinchou. I love Chinchou. Really cool Pokemon. And I reckon Entei can come up too. Entei can come like just above Macargo. Not crazy. It's not sliding right up. Blissey can probably come just above Elekid, I guess. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It doesn't have to move up too much. So that seems pretty cool to me. All right, now we just got like the major legendaries. Lugia. Lugia is a great Pokemon. I can imagine it being in the A tier. And I've always been a Ho-Oh man, so Ho-Oh actually goes into S. I love Ho-Oh. And Celebi, I'm gonna put it in A for now too. And then let's try and order these. All right, so we'll start with Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh probably just goes above Suicune. I really love Ho-Oh. I think it's a really cool Pokemon. I love like its backstory and its typing, the look of it. I reckon it's really cool. So that's where that goes. Lugia, I can see it being quite high. I like Lugia a bit of a Raikou, so that's a bit of a base that I need to think about as well. Above Steelix, I think. That's where we put that. Celebi might not be too far away from Raikou, to be honest with you. I think if we put it just behind, I think that'll work well. All right, so that is the tier list. And thank you very much for spending your time here. I hope to hear from you guys in the comment section. What are your favorite Pokemon from Generation 2? Maybe even give me what your S tier is. I'd love to hear it. And if something that I said during this video deeply offended you, maybe Smoochum was one of your favorite Pokemon of all time, and it's at the very bottom, I'd love to hear any disagreements or anything you've got to shout at me. But just to go over my S tier, it's Lantern, Heracross, Porygon 2, Tyranitar, Skarmory, Crobat, Sudowoodo, Scizor, Kingdra, Ho-Oh, Suicune, and Umbreon. Those are my favorite Pokemon from Generation 2. And as I look at these, I'm like, yes, these are the Pokemon that like get me excited when I might find one in a brand new game that I'm playing. I'm like, yes, that's gonna be my party. So until I do Generation 3, which will be really interesting, that's my favorite generation, which I'll be very excited to do. And until then, catch you later and happy gaming.